doing that science check, it seems like a major, major pain in the ass. And sadly, that's just how it is. I mean, there's so. I'm not sure how much science I need, but I'm definitely going to be bringing a science outfit with me. I'm going to be putting some more points into science. Like, I want to make sure I pass that check. It's not only useful, but it's also a very funny conversation to have with some random scientist chick. So, it'll pay off to have it. But we'll get there when we get there. Happy things are working. If you couldn't tell. If you couldn't tell, I'm just happy things are working right now. There we go. I held down the wrong button. I was in Apex mode. I held down triangle to put my gun away instead of square. Oops. Speaking of Apex, I'm probably going to play after stream today, so I don't fall behind on loot, the treasure things, treasure packs.
Finally, a base of our own.
Whatnot.
Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system.
I don't think I'm going to
well
stream
done,
it today.
Captain.
Because I'm doing it tomorrow and Wednesday.
I'll have those dismantled.
Sadly, I'm going to have like a 15-minute part.
You can never be too careful when moving into someone else's territory.
When I go to upload stuff later, because
aside from the
I think
automated
my second
security,
attempt at streaming this
did you meet
today
any
got cut off
resistance
at
the
like 16 minutes and some change, so still frustrated about that, but I'd rather include it than not, since I did cover a little bit of stuff in there that I wanted to cover.
Why would they leave an asset
I'm just
like that
gonna do
unprotected?
dialogue checks for her because it's fun messing with the Lilia.
Unlikely, possibly.
God.
One more thing to consider. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business.
I'll tell you one thing while this is going on. I swear, I hope I get a PS4, a new one for Christmas, for the holiday stuff, because I'm pretty sure my problem today was...
You have an eye for patterns.
My PS4 being stupid.
We need more
contractors. And that's flat out all it was,
like
my PS4 was being stupid.
After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots.
It didn't want to work.
I didn't like the picture.
Because after I restarted it, there hasn't been a single issue
confirmed my
with anything.
fears.
So
you and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe the worst.
I think it's just because my PS4 is like getting to be 4 or 5 years old now.
Studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask
really
yourself why
with
stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters.
Nothing I can do about it though, except for try and get a new one.
Before we go any further, I want
would
you to
go
keep
with
an
the
open
PS5,
mind.
but
Can you do
if
that
I
for
did
me,
that,
Captain?
I would have to get PS5 games, because I don't think the majority of my PS4 games would transfer over. Especially since they're all like on disc for the most part, like this one is.
Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the
Maybe
ones
I'll get a PS5
responsible
next
for the
year or
deaths
something.
at 1084.
I still
And
need a
who
laptop,
knows
though.
what else.
So
We have to put a stop
we'll
to
figure
it.
that out. Figure it out eventually. Aliens.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even
Like I
asking you
said,
to believe it.
She's crazy in the head.
But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Well, at least she doesn't
I
expect
think
us
I
to
pointed
believe
out
it.
the quest area when I did Ellie's
I'm
quest.
done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and or shooting.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you
I don't
walking
think I've
into
had
the unknown with blindfolds
Naoka here
on.
for this before. It's kind of funny.
I assume you have questions?
A few. It's just, I'm gonna...
You took that better than I thought.
I'm just
Dr.
gonna skip ahead with
Chartrand
it.
is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species.
Yeah.
I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Straight to business, huh, Captain?
Yep.
This key card will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the bone. Maybe even deeper than that.
Okay. Well, this is the quest where moral flexibility comes in. We'll get to that when I get to the choices for dialogue and stuff. But it is the final quest, whether you do moral flexibility with it or you just follow what to do. It's the final quest for Sublight. You get a trophy after finishing it for doing all of the things you need to do for Sublight. Basically, it's just a flat-out trophy saying, "Hey, you completed Sublight's storyline. Congrats, here's a trophy." Digital bling for doing 3 quests. To be fair, it's 3 really ridiculously long quests if you chain them all together, because the one on Monarch is super long. The middle one, which we just did, was like medium length, and it could have turned into a long length quest if I didn't successfully pass the dialogue options. And this last one is short, sweet, to the point. Can become like a medium length one if you end up failing dialogue and have to fight people. But
Captain,
I think I should be okay.
I wish to offer my commendations.
I mean, I have 100 persuade and 100 lie, and I think like 60.
Never arriving
Do I have 60 or do I have like close to 90 intimidate? I have 65 intimidate.
This
So
top secret orbital lab.
oh, I only have 70 lie when I'm on the spaceship because my companions aren't technically following me around yet. That's why. I was like, I know I just saw that thing and it said I had 70, but I know I have 104 lie. Here, we'll look after we get out here with the companions attached to us. Because then I'll know my true stats for when I'm roaming around after I have them out. Because I get 34 lie off of having Ellie and Nyoka in my party. Each of them gives 17 to the lie skill. I just read that for the first time. It says negotiate with Sprats for territory on the one sticky note. It's kind of funny to me. Yeah, so see, we have 105 persuade, 104 lie, and 55 intimidate. I don't know why that went down from 65 to 55, but well. We have 60 sneak technically because of bonuses, 80 because of bonuses, and 63 engineering. Yeah, stuff's looking pretty jacked out for stats at the moment, but like I said, I'm going to get a bit into science after this, because of that dialogue situation that I spoke of. I wanna be able to do things the nice and easy route, just chill, relax, being sneaky, persuasive guy. And to do that, I kind of need to do things.
I'd clap you on the shoulder if I went behind a wall of bulletproof glass. I don't know how you did it, but Hiram Blythe just sent me everything I needed.
Because
According to Hiram's
figured everything
message,
out.
Minister Clark has ordered a suspicious amount of dimethyl sulfoxide. It's almost as if he's hoarding the colony's remaining supply.
Yup.
Typical elitist. Hoarding supplies during a time of scarcity. Once I have those chemicals, we can revive the Hope's colonists and put some decent people in charge. So, good news.
Right.
You're going to Byzantium and stealing those chemicals. Exciting.
Good news. We gotta go steal chemicals. Just tell me what to do.
Ah, yes, the details. I'm not about to ask you to rampage through Byzantium.
You can now travel to Byzantium Freight Port.
We'll have to resort
That's
to
the landing pad that I mentioned before when I looked off a ledge in Byzantium.
She's my contact in Byzantium.
And I said we'd go to it
Meet her
later.
at the docks. She'll have all the necessary intelligence you require.
Okay.
I'm giving you my old nav key to Byzantium. You'll need it to land in the Golden City. Remember, you're looking for dimethyl sulfoxide. Big green bubbling vessel with a warning label. I'll take care as much as you can find.
Yup. We don't need to ask about Carmen, so we're just gonna go. I'm gonna just go straight back to the spaceship, because either way, I'm gonna walk and have a loading screen, or I'm just gonna teleport and have a loading screen. So, whatever works. I think we need to go to... Where do we need to go next? I think we just have to go to Byzantium now. We got Sublight's quest at Byzantium. We got this quest at Byzantium. And we got the retirement quest that I want to cover that's at Byzantium. I think that's it. Oh. Well, whatever works. I don't know if we have to talk to Carmen.
The Yoka is drunk.
We really should,
Surprise.
just to cover things, but I don't actually know if you have to talk to her. You might be able to just skip every part of it. I really have no clue.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
I'm gonna talk to her just to cover my bases, and because she's a weirdo, so I like talking to her. She's a weird character, and I like talking to her. That's about it. Like I said, I don't know if you can skip by it, but you might be able to. If you know what to do, at least, you might be able to skip her dialogue all the way. It's not very probative or story productive, I guess, would be the word. Like, productive for the story. It's just some dialogue with a random NPC that's a bit weird in the head. But, you know, that's most of the dialogue with Phineas too, but with that dialogue is something you have to go through. So, no biggie. Hey, we loaded. Alright. Should be right here. She's right here.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium.
She crazy in the head.
Yeah. You're looking to make contact with Minister... Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy.
She gives everyone
he
bird
spends
names.
most of his time in this estate,
There's some
which is
funny
heavily
conversations.
guarded.
There's some funny conversations between your companions and her if you do it. But yeah, I'm just gonna go straight for what I know is what I need to do. But first we're also gonna do the retirement quest, because why not? You know. I'm gonna go do the retirement quest because I find it funny, and I like the funny ending that you can, the bitch that gives it to you. I'm obviously not going to backtrack down there and see the funny ending, but I will get to the gist and tell you what happens after we do it, because she deserves what she gets. But you know, I did point her out when we were here before.
I tell you.
Oop, wrong button again. Keep holding down triangle. I really shouldn't do that.
All right.
Oh, also, I should say this because I've never done it in that order, but you might end up failing Parvati's final quest if you do the quest we got from Celeste before you do Parvati's quest, because if you do the quest that we got personally from Celeste, the clothing chick in Byzantium, if you do the quest you got from her specifically, to show her outfits and everything, and you finish that, she dies at the end of it. Spoiler. And she's kind of needed to do, or at least I would assume she is. You might be able to do her quest with the random NPC person that takes Celeste Jalicor's place, but I have never had to try and do that, so I really don't know. I wish I did, but I don't know. So my best advice is, if you're gonna do all the companion quests, make sure you get Parvati's thing out of the way before you do the quest for outfits for Celeste. So that way you don't have any issues down the line if there is an issue with that. Because I personally have no clue.
That's far enough. What are you doing here?
Dragged into dialogue.
How did you even get inside?
She looks super old.
If anyone ever tries to off me, I hope they do it with the same professional courtesy.
Hagen. I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen. This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker.
She's kind of crazy in the head.
What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks. Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage.
Yeah, her thing is really sad, and that's why I said moral flexibility comes in here. You can either choose to be a good guy like I'm gonna, or you can just off everybody in this lab, her and the soldiers, like Lilia said, but it's just gonna come down to whatever you want to do.
We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
I like that there's a guard involved in the conversation.
It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving.
Okay.
The food we grow here barely
I'm not going to bring up
sustains human
Adjutant Conde because that might
The colony
spiral
won't
this
last
into
under these
something else.
conditions. So, the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us.
Yeah.
Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have.
Yeah.
Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks.
The whole team was nice.
I'm desperate.
Morally
I've already
nice people,
asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back.
Yeah,
You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing.
To be honest,
And
the
we'll be
way I
no
see
closer
this,
to a solution that feeds the colony.
the way that I see this is, if you're going the good route ending, sparing her means that you're helping in the end to help figure out the food source stuff. And if you kill her, you're going to mess everything up and people are going to die anyway because there won't be any food source and stuff. So we go with the option of, you know,
One
Phineas
on
Wells.
the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
After that description,
choice
she's
do I
like,
have,
oh, I'll do
Commander?"
it. It's fine. Yeah, board reputation decreased after that because we made her go work with Phineas. That didn't take much.
If working with Wells is the only way I can save the colony, then I will damn well do it.
All right.
I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I had better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive.
If you successfully do everything, you'll have either bribe or persuade, or if you're high enough reputation with the board, you can say Sophia needs me alive. But I'm gonna go with the persuade. I think this persuade works. It is 100 persuade, so I'm hoping I don't get shot at. I'm pretty sure there's supposed to be an option about saying, because if her life is in my hands or something, so leaving would be best interest for the chick scientist or whatever. I'm gonna go with the persuade.
You sure have an inflated sense of self-importance, but that doesn't make you wrong. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her, tidying up and such.
Holy crap.
You're
okay.
a tricky one,
I'm
Captain.
glad that worked, because I didn't know if it would. Like I said, I'm not used to the dialogue options in that one. I think I've had to fight them before, and obviously they're kind of pushovers. Being at a high level like I am, they're just kind of pushover guards, even as a commander rank. No big deal. Snipe them in the head, do whatever you want. And what's funny about it is if you let the scientist live and you successfully pass the check to make her work with Phineas, but you don't successfully pass the check for the guard, she'll still have a happy ending and you won't have to kill her because she won't come and shoot you or anything. But you'll still kill the guards. The only one left in the lab that's not a dead body. But you'll still get the good ending to that quest, even if you have to kill the guards. I just like avoiding fights if I don't have to deal with them. Because it's part of being the good character. Again, is just try not to kill people. That's it. Post-apocalyptic world in outer space. The good guy doesn't kill people, more or less. It's kind of like the trailer initially said for this game. Welcome to the future. Try not to break it. By the way, trailer for this game is kind of fun to watch.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
This is the chick that I was mentioning
How
before.
splendid. Another rung leech wandering through the streets of Byzantium.
Hortense Inglesby.
Why, just this morning I thought to myself, as lovely as the gardens are, what they really need is more greasy vagrants frolicking through them. And here you are, frolicking.
Okay, there's multiple funny options for this. You can say frolicking, guys. Do I frolic? But I have high enough dexterity, so I'm gonna do the dexterity check, which is gracefully, I might add.
Admittedly. Now, if only you could gracefully take a shower, preferably in whatever hovel you came from.
But if you do the one where you ask your teammates and you have Max on your team, he's like,
madness.
I'm sorry, Captain, but I have to admit you do. Or something stupid like that, and it's funny.
What's wrong?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go through her dialogue options and everything.
Decorum,
So
personal
we can do her quest real quick before I screw up everything
This city
in
is meant for
Byzantium.
us, the system's finest. We earned its luxuries. But now we are overrun with the unworthy and the ungrateful, and this early retirement nonsense is making it even worse.
Oh, God.
Oh, do spare me your petty judgment. It's beneath me.
She's
millions and millions of
she's
bits
a big
beneath
old
me.
bitch with a capital B.
By simply winning a lottery, those early
everyone
retirees
who
get
does
an
this quest
exclusive
and has
district
played
of
this game
Byzantium to
thinks,
themselves. No one else is even allowed to go there. Tell me, how is that fair?
Intelligence.
Oh, by the law. I mean the principle of it, not the mechanics. It's not right. I deserve to see any district I please. Why, if it weren't guarded, I'd... You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty, and you get paid to do so?
I find
Beat
that
standing around and talking to
line of
aristocrats
dialogue-
anyway.
I find that
Yes.
line of dialogue
Listen to your What
and
is that
really
person's
weird,
job
how does
exactly?
someone look like they've been
Are
shot
they your
before?
secretary?
That's a good
Personal
question for me.
masseuse?
Like,
Or do you just keep them around as a mobile armrest? Well, it doesn't matter. What's important is that you think this is a fabulous arrangement,
right.
and you'd be thrilled to lend me your services. Aren't you?
yeah, I guess I am. Sure, I'll look into it.
Fantastic. Consider yourself employed, Vagrant. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retirement district via the port landing pad, but it's completely locked down. You'd never get in that way. Unless, of course, you had a wealthy, beautiful benefactor of impeccable social pedigree, which you do. How fortunate for you. These codes will get you
Yeah,
past
she's
the
not only a
lockdown.
bitch, she's cocky about
and
it
don't
too.
worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security, just correct this injustice at all costs.
Okay. I'm just gonna leave. Anyways, we're gonna go do her quest before I screw up Byzantium. Obviously that's where the main story is. We gotta go see Minister Clark. We're gonna just do whatever, though. I have my own way of dealing with stuff for that. Involving, this unlucky bald fellow right here. With the weird big nose. But we're gonna do that in a bit. His nose is like huge for his face. It's kind of funny to me. I know that sounds mean, but it just, I don't know. Anyways, he's a very unlucky fellow, and we're gonna go to Minister Clark through the chain of events that goes through him, because that's what I like doing. That's how I do it every time. There are many ways to get in there. You can persuade check your way in, you can talk to the guards, you can... I think there's even a way to like lie and say you're a new guard there for duty and you forgot your uniform or some shit. And forgot your credentials and they'll give it to you or something.
That's the last of them.
I'm not entirely sure. I might not be able to get it. Let's see. Oh, there's nothing important in there, so I'm gonna leave that thing alone. Otherwise, I would normally mess with it. I watched somebody do that, and they had the hardest freaking time trying to steal from that. I don't know why, and I don't remember who it was, but somebody had the hardest freaking time ever trying to steal from that container. I do it very easily every time I do, but I just can't be bothered this time around. I think the most important thing in there was bits. And maybe the level head thing, but I don't get addicted to things in this game, so I don't need to worry about level head, because I think that's basically your option of not having to go to a doctor to get yourself off of an addiction to drugs or something in the game.
Early retirement center. You,
okay.
The lucky few,
that weird lag that happens when I transition to areas is bothering me a little bit.
In your own private district in
Continue.
When you arrive, you'll be
whisked elevator.
To your very own luxury penthouse.
Honestly, when we get down here, you'll see why
Deluxe and Fosco collection.
Place is not right, and also you can probably guess at what happens when we go through dialogue options later to get revenge on Hortense. You can probably guess. You know. You probably can. It's a fairly simple guess to know what happens. Oh. Alright then. I leveled up. Nifty. I was not expecting it, but nifty. Like I said, we're gonna go with science for now because I think I need at least 75 or 80 science for that dialogue check. So I'm probably gonna put the rest of my the next 10 into that, and then put 10 into hack maybe. I don't really know, to be honest. I did get a perk. I don't know what to get with that though. Let's see. Let's see. Let's go with the critical hit one. Because during the final quest, I'm going to be trying to be sneaky and snipe a bunch of people in the face and stuff to make my life easier. But as you can see, you can only guess. You can easily guess what's going to happen if we send portents down here. Even if we kill all these things, it still ends the same way for us. So.